What went into the decision to go with Ronnie Harrison and Nick Cross at safety instead of Rodney Thomas?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of conversation about where we were. The one thing about Ronnie is that Ronnie has played strong. We had him in training camp playing strong safety, and at that part, we just felt like in the back end, we need a good communicator, a guy that is, he's played in multiple games. I mean, he played in the division championship, played at Alabama. Hey, we're going to put a lot on his plate. We felt like the experience he had at linebacker will help him do some of the things that we were going to do for the game at strong safety. So we felt that that part was a good fit. And we also like Nick Cross, how he's been playing lately. So we just felt it was more that combination was probably best for where we were at.
Nate?
I guess just in general, how do you feel like Nick Cross handled that first game where back at free safety, played every snap? How do you think that went for him?
He did a good job. He did a good job. This was a shot team. They took a lot of shots. They had speed on the perimeter. And, that was a concern for us going in the game. And I think, the number of reps Nick has had at free safety compared to strong safety, we just felt like that was a better move to have him back there. And I thought he handled it well. He communicated well for that position, what we asked of the free safety. And, Ronnie did as well. So, it wasn't perfectly clean. There were some guys running free at times, but I think as a whole, they did a nice job that whole back end for, putting it together in 1 week.
Chap?
Yeah, Gus, I realize it's early in the week and I don't know how deep you're in your game prep, but what have you seen from CJ Stroud it seems like, a year ago you guys have played him, but what have you seen in his growth?
Yeah, he's very talented, Chappie. He's, first of all, he plays with great poise. He handles pressures. He handles looks. He handles different schemes very well. He gets the ball out timely. Does he hold it some? Yeah, I think because they take some shots. But it is timely when it is the quick game and when it's in the intermediate passes. And his accuracy is very good. So very poised, accurate, playing above the level of being a rookie. I think, at this point in time, he's not a rookie because the looks that he's seen. So he's playing very well for him right now. And, I think they're third or something in explosive passes. I know very high. I think the analytics told us so. He does a great job with the threats he has in the outside.
Thanks, Gus.
Raven?
Gus, just from looking back at the draft when you guys selected Juju and Jalen to where we are now at this point in the season, can you just talk about the growth that you've seen from them on and off the field?
You know what? I think like in their meeting room and their preparation, how they go about it, very mature, both of them. Meticulous notes, watch a lot of tape, understand the different releases, things that are coming their way. So been very impressed by their maturity in that aspect. They just need game reps. Some of the things that they're seeing on the field, maybe they haven't seen, a lot of. So it's just building up, some, past experiences. And for the most part, like I said, I thought they did a good job. There was times we need to clean up going on to this game, and we'll do that first before we even jump into Houston. So, but, both of them have done a good job. I think they have definitely gained the trust of the rest of the defensive players.
And then just kind of talking about Juju specifically, he came back week 15 from that quad injury. Just what have you seen from him throughout these past 3 games?
Well, just extremely competitive. We were going to play more press this week with them. Try to get tighter to some of these, concepts that they were running. And there were some runaway routes, and we felt very good about Juju on his matchup. So, again, it's just, he needs banked experiences, and each game he plays, the better he'll get. But both those guys, I think, have some talent that we're intrigued by.
Thanks,
James?
Coach.
Gus, last year, Zaire set the single season tackle record for the franchise. This year, he broke it again. But he talked last year about how difficult it was to have the individual success, but not the team success. So have you seen him this year embrace both of those things at the same time and find that balance of knowing he's playing well, but feeling like it matters more because the team is playing well?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I think if you talk to Zaire, the number one thing for him is the team. You know, he's just that type. That's why he is one of our strongest leaders of this whole team. The presence he has when he addresses the team, when he addresses the defense, when he speaks, everybody listens. And because Z has gained the respect because he is about the team. And I know that he would give all that up for the team to do well. But at the same time, for us to do well for the spot he's playing, we need him to play well. And it's kind of cool to see that success is coming his way, both individually and the team wise, because he has a presence on both sides, individual and team wise.
George.
Guys, kind of getting back to Juju and Jalen. Obviously, the numbers for Devontae Adams were really good, but it felt like he didn't have any of those really game-changing explosive plays. How did you kind of react to the way they competed against one of the NFL's best wide receivers?
Well, I thought they did a nice job. I don't think going into the game, we'd have thought they were going to throw it 48 times, so Devontae, he had 21 targets, but I mean, if you look at the week before, they didn't throw as much. And they obviously came in a plan to try to attack the back end. And I think with, the number of targets he had, he's obviously one of the best that plays the wide receiver position. He's going to, get his catches. But I do think that for the most part, we kept it in check. And, it wasn't big explosive plays if they did occur. And we played a lot tighter coverage at times than I thought we have in the past. There was still some, I think if you saw, there's early in the game, their number 11 took off and went deep and wasn't covered, and we have some of those that's the part that we've got to clean up is that competitive endurance every play. Well, I thought he was going to do this, so I did this. No. It's every play. You have to do it every play. But the talent and the physical aspects, the skill set that he has, very good. We just need that, consistency from both those guys.
Two more. Joel.
Gus, with Shane, he was kind of saying yesterday after the game that he doesn't really celebrate games. He's just always on to the next one, like right away. How much do you think that mentality has helped you guys in a season with so many injuries and big players going down and quarterbacks going down? It just seems like his mind is already on to the next thing.
Yeah, I would agree. That's pretty consistent, Joel, from him. Sometimes you have meetings where you get coached up by the head coach. Hey, we all understand we have injuries, but we've got to be like the players, and it's that next man up, and how we go, the players will go. We don't have those discussions. It's just, hey, that's just how we do it. This is the NFL, and that's what's expected. We're going on the next game, and let's find a way to play our best. So it's, he doesn't really have those types of conversations. It's just expected from you. And that's how he handles the team. Hey, great win. Great job. That's what we need to do. Now it's on to the next thing. There isn't a lot of talk about each game. Obviously, us as coaches, we go back, look at the mistakes, make the corrections. But for him, it really is, moving on to the next opportunity.
What else have you learned about him? I mean, obviously, you guys have a long relationship together as, assistants on the same staff. But what have you learned from working for him as a head coach now that it's almost a full season?
Yeah, I would say very focused, Joe, very focused at the task and very consistent. And I think, when you go through a season, there's going to be some ups and downs. And what allows you to go through those at a higher rate or to come out of some of those downs is when you have a consistent message from the head coach. And it's a strong message. There is no, oh boy, we struggled right there. Well, we got to find a way. No. It's demanded we find a way. And, we get these things corrected right now. It was kind of like a couple of weeks ago. Remember Cincinnati, the running back, kind of hurt us on some screens. Well, that needs to be corrected. That needs to be taken care of immediately. And, there's things like that you feel his presence and what direction he'd like to see this team go to.
Chap.
Gus, sort of off the wall, but from your perspective, a lot of times when a starting quarterback goes down, the team really struggles or just isn't very competitive. what have you seen from Minshew, from your eyes on how he's done what he needs to do to help get this team in position?
I think, this, I'm not sure if this is right or wrong, but he gives a team hope. When he plays and he goes in there and makes plays, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. We got a chance when he first came in. Like, oh, it's not we lost our quarterback. Oh boy, this is going to be a struggle. When he came in, he made plays, and I think it gave a team, that hope that, wait a minute, excuse me. No, we got a chance here now with this guy. He makes plays. He can get us out of difficult situations, and something good truly is going to happen when he's in there. So I think that's what he brings more than anything to this team, is that presence that, no, it doesn't matter. Somehow this man is going to find a way to make a big play. And, when you have that at the quarterback, that kind of trust in him, then the team has his back, because they know he has the team's back, and that can kind of feed off each other.